guys, so today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk to you about how I pre-plan for my Erin Condren spreads. I do personally like to do some sort of pre-planning just to quickly organize my thoughts before I hop on camera and start to lay down stickers. I think it makes things go much smoother for me, and then I don't have to rip up stickers as much and things like that. So always good from that perspective. So the main tool I use when I am doing my pre-planning is actually my monthly spread. So my monthly spread is really where I take the time every month to outline everything that's going on. I typically fill in my monthly spread before the month starts. So every week when I am pre-planning my Erin Condren, I refer to, okay, what is going on in my life this week? I always have things like happy hours, all my social events. I have bills due marked here. I just keep a running list of my bill dues with my husband. We each have bills we're responsible for. Some we pay together, but we are like the person that's kind of on point for those. So I have those listed here, the ones that I'm responsible for. I always put birthdays in here at the beginning of the month, and my birthdays I track actually using Google Calendar because I think that's the easiest way to track things year to year. It doesn't work as well for me for my own personal planning just because I tend to get off track when I'm on a computer. Like, I get very easily distracted. So I like to do paper planning, but for things like birthdays, I think the Google Calendar function is useful. And then this week, or in this month, I also put down all my football games because I want it for my team, because I want to make sure I have those noted. And I also put down any reminders that relate to my husband's schedule in here. And those are also, we have a shared Google Calendar, so I put that in the monthly spread as well. So all of that, things like birthdays, social events, all of that is already captured in this monthly planner. So when I go to outline my week, I can just refer to whatever's going on in this week. So then I would port it over to a list like this, and this is just like a cheapy like day of the week pad from Target. You can see I'm almost done with this one. I do have like a backup one that I bought that's a similar concept. It's a little bit different style, but I just like something that has room for Monday through Sunday, just really quick, something that's cheap, so I don't mind if I throw it away when I'm done. So I'm actually going to recreate this one just so you guys can see my process. So what I would do if I'm pre-planning is I always like to write down the dates. And then I take in anything that is that I have written in this week for this calendar. It does drive me crazy that the Erin Condren goes Sunday through Saturday. I know I could like cut these and kind of rearrange it, but I don't find it to be worth it. But it does kind of drive me nuts. Anyway, so then I write down any events that are already listed in this. And I like to do anything that's like a smaller reminder. I just do it at the bottom of this list. I don't know why, but that just works for me. I try to go kind of in the top chunk. I do kind of like the order of the day. So I like left some lines here in case I am doing something that morning. And then on to Thursday. So that's everything that I would get from the monthly spread this week. So really not that much because I don't have a ton of weekend plans going on. But yeah, so I have all that in my pre-planning. And then I go through and put down anything that I know are standing events. So a good example of that is my uploads. I always like to write all of those in because I eventually want to list those in my spread. So I put my uploads down. Another example of what I consider like a standing event, just things I know I'm gonna do, is going to an exercise class with my husband. Like, we always go to the last few months have been going to the same exercise class with on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I write those in because, and I don't have those referenced anywhere, but just because I know that's like our plan. Oops, not at 6:30. So then I kind of have all my standing events, and then I go through and check the sources that I typically check. So I check two different things on my phone. First is I do have a TV app, which I know has to be like the dumbest thing, but for me, I actually find it very useful, especially as shows are starting up again and I want to keep up with like what I want to watch and make sure I'm like not falling behind on certain shows. So I find this very useful. So here I have like the calendar. I use an Android phone, and it's called TV Show Time, and it tells me when my shows are going to be. In a normal week, I might actually have some TV shows, but since it's been the summer and I don't watch any of the summer shows, I don't have any. But if I did, I would include them down here in my little things section that I do here. So that's the first thing I check on my phone. And then the second thing is I also do a final check of my Google Calendar just to confirm that there's nothing, I check the shared calendar that I have with my husband, that there's nothing he's added in terms of his work meetings or, social events or anything that I'm not aware of. Just do a final check of that to make sure I've captured everything here. If it was on the calendar at the beginning of the month, I would have already captured it, but sometimes he'll add things like later on or like his plans change. So I just like to update that. And then I actually do have a third thing I check on my phone. Like I said, I have an Android phone. So I have a super helpful little, recent orders option in my Google Now settings, or like in my Google Now. So I can just click on this and see when packages are going to be delivered. So I can go to track package via USPS, and I won't show you this because it has my location, but I'll see that package is supposed to be delivered on Tuesday. So I'll write in package. And so I'll write all of those in here as well. So once I have all of that, those are all kind of my little things done, all my big plans for the week. So now I feel like I can get a better sense of, okay, what's going on with my week? Where do I have space? Where do I need to fit in my workouts? When I'm planning my workouts, I know that I'm aiming for a total of 5 workouts a week. And I always want to try and do 2 of these Elevate classes, which are kind of like, it's a good interval training class, half of it's cardio, half of it's strength. So, and we have an 8 class per month pass. So we always try to go twice a week. So I always know I'm trying to do 2 Elevate classes, 1 run, 1 yoga, and 1 like flex option that's either running or yoga, or if we're doing something like outdoorsy that weekend, like kayaking or hiking, like I leave space for some flex options. So that is like always my goal. So now I have my 2 Elevates down. I know, so then I'll go ahead and I'll just write in like when I think, based on like I have a happy hour on Monday, so I know I don't want to have to get up like super early that morning to work out beforehand. And I also worked out on Saturday and Sunday, so I know I'm probably not going to work out on Monday. So that'll be a rest day. And then I'll go through kind of like that, like when do I think I can work out? And the way I'm doing this now is that I'm writing them in here, but I am not putting these question mark events, like I'm not putting those in my planner until they are firmed up. Like until I know, like until I'm at Tuesday night and I have my running stuff out for Wednesday morning, at that point, that's when I will put that in my planner, and that's what you guys have been seeing in my Erin Condren plan with me's lately. I've been doing kind of that more plan as I go, updating things as they're happening. So I'm doing the same thing for another tentative event. I'm trying to get my friend to do yoga and brunch with me on Sunday, so I have that kind of as a question mark. So then I have all my question marks down. And so then this is what I take into planning the week. So any question marks don't actually make it into my spread, but all of the definite events do. And so you can see here, then when I was going through, I was able to put in my uploads. Oh, I didn't actually write that one down. Upload, I put in my, like the game that I had listed here. I put in the happy hour, I put in that Elevate class. I didn't put it for Saturday, I guess, I don't know why. I was just trying to leave it open for now, but all the little reminders as well, I put there so that I can see really the definite plans I have. I can look at my week and see them already listed. These question marks, I just leave that piece of paper off to the side during the week and I can refer to it to try and figure out, okay, when do I want to do these like runs and yoga and stuff? So I leave those out until the plans are firmed up. But I think this is a really good system for me. A lot of people, this would probably be enough pre-planning for them and that would be fine. I have personally been trying to be a little bit more intentional with my time. So I do like taking the time to also fill in kind of like more me time stuff for my YouTube tasks, just to make sure I'm getting kind of the adulting done in a given week that I need to. And also I just like putting down stickers. I will fully admit that I find this to be a very effective form of motivation for me to have a pretty planner that I look at every week versus like if I did this, I would like not want to check things off and there's no space for to-dos and it's hard to read. Like that might work for some people, but I like to put it in a pretty form. But to make it pretty, I do like to do a little bit of extra effort beforehand so that I can make sure that I don't have like crossouts in my spread and I'm not tearing things up. So that is how I do my pre-planning. It probably seems a little bit more involved than it really is, but it really works for me to help think through everything I want to get done in a given week in terms of exercise and social activities and relaxing time, and then putting it onto paper. So let me know down below what you guys are doing for pre-planning. Are you as involved as me? Are you using Post-it notes? Do you not do anything and you just start with the stickers? Let me know. Always interested in hearing from you guys. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more Erin Condren and other kind of planner related videos. So thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back soon with another. Bye.